Good morning, my friends. You guys ready to go on the very first drive in the STI? I know I am. It's been a hectic few days with this thing, pulling the motor out multiple times. Now we are ready for a drive. So we do have a tiny leak coming from the slower radiator hose. I'll go ahead and get that fixed with a different clamp when we pull the water out and put in the coolant. This is why I always love to run water right off the bat. It just saves such a headache. Coolant's a mess to clean up. And then last night when we did fire it up, we did have a little fuel leak. So we need to get that sorted and then we can go on a drive. Other than that though, I don't see any oil leaks, which is nice. And I don't see any other sort of cooling system leak. I did just find an oil leak. It's from a very suspicious place. We got oil leaking out of our exhaust. Now here's the stupid thing about what happened with this car. Our full exhaust system is now full of oil. So this thing is gonna be smoking and burning oil for a while until it's all cleared out. Now the dumb thing about that is it's a brand new motor. So we're not gonna know if this motor is actually smoking or not until all that BS is out of the exhaust. So we got the fuel leak fixed. I did fix that coolant leak as well. And just as I expected, as soon as this thing warms up to operating temp and that exhaust gets hot, she starts spitting out some smoke. All right, she is out of the shop for the very first time. We're gonna go stack about 50 miles on the car right now. I'm gonna run to Honda. I have to grab an airbag for the white Type R. Of course, I gotta go see Bobby at the coffee stand. It's the morning ritual every single morning. And just do some other random stuff. Go grab engine oil. So get 50 miles on the car. We're gonna be monitoring the coolant temps the whole time. We should be good. I did bleed it out. And then we're gonna come back and change the oil, cut the filter. And if all that checks out, we should be in the clear. And it did clear up already. I was surprised. It smoked for about 5 minutes on the lift and then it cleared up. So we should be good to go there. No more smoke. It's blowing some condensation out right now because it's 5 degrees outside. Definitely do not have plates on the car. I do have a temporary plate though. Where is that thing at? So weird driving this thing and not hearing it knock the entire time. It's not like I drove this car a lot before when it was knocking, but I did pull it in and out of the shop a few times, and I was just so used to hearing the good old 3,000 RPM rod knock. Everything looks good so far. I don't smell anything funny. This thing is nice. I love this car. Check engine lights on because we went full speed density and there's no MAF on the car now, so it's throwing a MAF code, but that's about it. Definitely needs a tune. The AF corrections are all over the place. So Bader, tap in, give me some sauce please. Update time. We're at the 5 mile mark and everything is good. There is a little bit of feedback knock, but like I said earlier, these AFRs are all over the place. This thing definitely needs a tune, and yeah, we're gonna make a lot of power. Hopefully a lot of power with this car. I don't know what this turbo is capable of. I do wish it was an FP Black because we would definitely hit the 600 wheel mark at minimum. But I think if this is actually a 3.5, not a 2.5, I think it's the 3.5 because it does have the 3-inch inlet. We should still hopefully be able to hit that 600 wheel mark with this build. What else? This ACT clutch feels amazing, and I'm convinced for like a budget clutch, even though they're not that cheap, I think it's about $600-ish, $650 maybe. this is the best clutch for the money. Obviously, it's not in the territory of twins and triples, but for a single disc clutch, it drives amazing. They handle over 500 foot-pounds, and I'm convinced that it's the best clutch for the money by far. So I'm stoked there. I do wish it was a twin, but I didn't feel like waiting around for a twin, but I'm happy because it's a little bit stiffer than like the ACT twin that we put in all the other cars, which I don't mind. It's definitely not stiff by any means. That's about it for the update. I love this car, like I said earlier. It's beautiful. I do think I'm gonna put factory mirrors back on it. The APR mirrors look cool from the outside, but trying to drive around with the APRs, for some reason on this car, they sit very, very low. On the FRS, they're fine, and like the Evo 10, I feel like they're fine. But on the STI, if you can tell, they should be up like 2 inches higher. Other than that, I have no complaints. I don't really like the taillights either, so I'll probably put factory tails back on. I think Bobby likes these taillights. So we can go ahead and slap these on Gary. And that's about it. According to this thing, we are averaging 50.1 miles per gallon. You like my new car?
I do. Can we trade? So this STI was broken for a really long time and you just got it fixed. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so...
Take the mirrors.
I do want the mirrors. On Gary, please.
Do you want the taillights?
I gotta see them. Are they stock?
No.
What are they?
The ones you like?
Oh.
You want
I'll have to take a peek. See, I do prefer the wing. I'll take the wing.
Wow, I didn't know it was a shopping spree this morning.
Can I help you, sir? You're about to get demonetized as free.
I have a gift for you from Bobby. Would you like a cake pop?
A cake pop? She must not know how picky I am, but I'm sure the wife will.
Man, that's all you had to bring him?
Well,
We know the elephant over here will take a cake pop.
that is true.
Or a 4-piston oil pump.
That was at the door?
No, he just came and gave it to me.
I brought that for you from my shop.
Nah, he was lying. The UPS guy was out there.
We needed this. I told the wife to bring it to me. I thought it went to the
Ooh.
house.
What do
This
you
is
build?
like, this brings back memories, doesn't it? Of like a day ago.
Yeah,
Yeah?
yeah. I was just doing this like 40 times in a row.
Did you put yours in right?
It's outside.
It runs?
It runs.
That sounds
It
pretty good. I
runs.
was wondering.
So what'd you do there, champ?
I pulled the motor and then I pulled the caps off the ALS, then I put the motor back in, like Chase said too, and it's good to go. So thank you, sir. You should have told me that before I pulled the motor.
Yeah, and fortunately I learned the hard way on that one. I rebuilt a whole customer motor just because of a pinched AOS line.
That's
Warranty. Yeah.
Well, his was more dumb. He put a cap
Well-
over his.
Well, I mean, yeah.
That's pretty dumb.
That's a problem, but
Yeah.
mine it was a top mount car, had a competition AOS, and
It's pain.
magically it got pinched. And it did it after me doing a full pull on it, and I was doing a break-in tune on the car, and I just went through the full RPM band, even though I limited it to 4,500, and it tapped the limiter, and ever since after that it smoked, so I thought something got hurt. Now,
Sus.
sus.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to do it to like be like clean with the build. It just fucked me.
Hey, at least you didn't pull it apart. At least I got you on
Dude,
the
I
right
know.
track.
As soon as I pulled the manifold, I'm like, there's no way it's the motor. 'Cause it's
all
dry.
the oil and everything.
Yeah.
I know that. Like, I fought that. So it runs.
Yeah.
Let's go check this thing out. Let me turn my shoes for
I do have a question. What's a proper AFR correction?
Zero.
Let me rephrase when I'm not on the ground.
14.7.
No.
You don't know. You're not.
Don't listen to him. Okay. The industry standard is 10% or less, right? Normally I
So
try
if-
to aim for 5%.
If it says -20, is that a problem?
That's a problem.
It drives like shit. Is that a problem?
Yeah, it's probably not good for your new motor.
What if I'm getting like -5 feedback knock already? Is that a problem?
Throw it in the garbage.
I thought so.
Yep.
So I got to Bader's and he wanted to tune the car. This thing desperately needed a base map on it, so we just threw a quick base map on this thing. 45 miles right now. So I popped to my favorite O'Reilly's. We gotta grab some engine oil. Then we can head back to the shop and get this oil drained out and cut the filter, make sure this engine's good to go. And then I'll stack a few 100 miles on it and then we can turn it up to the moon. I do think I'm gonna change the setup a little bit. This is a 2.5 XTR. I thought it was a 3.5, but it's a 2.5, and this thing's gonna max out at maybe like 450 wheel on the Mustang. maybe a bit more, but not enough. I want 600. Engine oil is drained, was very clean. Filter is pretty much spotless. Water's out of this thing. Let's go ahead and throw coolant in it, new engine oil, and I'm gonna stack a few 100 miles on this car before we slap it on the dyno. I did just order a bunch of parts for this thing, which I'm very excited for. Yes, very, very excited for. Well friends, after taking a few L's a few days in a row, we finally came out on top. Today was a very, very successful day. STI is all finished up and now I'm taking the new daily home. Oh man, what a wild few days. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm excited for tomorrow. We got some fun, exciting stuff going on tomorrow. So I will see you boys then. Peace.